Natasha.
Debbie.
Show.
The show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way. Hello, and welcome to another edition of Debbie's Super Hot Edition.
Or the Natasha and Debbie show. And thank you, by the way.
You're welcome, babe. We're really smiling and giggly today because we're really excited about doing this video. A place we've been wanting to see for a very, very long time.
But before we get into that, if you like today's episode, please hit that like button.
And if you read Debbie's Super Hot.
And also consider subscribing. It's absolutely free.
You know she is. It's not a debate. It's not up for debate. I'm going to try to avoid the little bug that's flying in front of my face.
You actually had it that time. She tried like 15, 20 times before we started the camera.
I had it in my damn hand and I just let it go.
And the one time she wasn't trying.
I was trying.
You were trying, but not like you were before we hit the record button.
Like reflexes. Anyway, so we love Ted Lasso. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. You're welcome. We love that
Great show.
It is the best. This is what I always say. It's the best of American comedy meets the best of British comedy combined. And it's a great show. But if you haven't watched it, please, 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 please watch it. And then let us know what you think. If you have, you already know. You know we're not lying when we say that. So Richmond is the town featured in the show. And we didn't know it was like, is it real? Are they making up a place?
Yeah, and the places that they show in there on the street and places they actually go to, are those real? I thought they were a set, but...
Well, I knew it wasn't a set, but I didn't know necessarily where they were filming it, because a lot of times it could be, hey, this is, let's say this is New York City in America. It was filmed in Cincinnati. That happens actually more often than you think. So we really didn't know for sure, but we did find out last year. It's a real place. It's a real town. I guess you would call it maybe a suburb of London. But our dear friend Dara at Magenta Otter Travels, guys, please go subscribe to her channel. She makes such great stuff. We have the link in the description of our video. So please give her a subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, check out her content.
She makes great stuff. She's a good friend, and she did this video. What's it called?
It is called Richmond, Ted Lasso filming locations, and so much more.
I told Deb when we first saw the area in the show, I'm like, wherever that is, I want to move there and live there.
It seems so perfect.
It really does. It's idyllic, but we're excited to see the real thing. We've only seen what we've seen from Ted Lasso. So let's check this out together. If you've been, let us know.
Maybe you've come to Richmond, a town on the outskirts of London, because you are a crazy American fan of Ted Lasso.
I am.
And you want to see the place where it was filmed.
I do.
Maybe you're just looking for a pleasant, safe, and less expensive place to stay on the outskirts of London.
I do,
so that you can see all kinds of fabulous things around London when you're on holiday. Or maybe you're like me and you came here to meet up with friends so you could go see one of the fabulous National Trust or English Heritage homes around here.
Do we have friends in Richmond? Please let us know. And then we can also say, we
came to visit friends.
Yeah, we can check all the boxes on this one.
Whatever brings you to Richmond, let me talk to you about what a cool place this is. I was surprised. We just came here not knowing anything about Richmond, and it actually has a lot to offer.
Richmond has my 3 favorite breakfast places, all right here in the same place.
Really?
That's
That's a big deal.
and Leon
Okay.
and
Joe and the Juice.
Today we are meeting up with some British American friends of ours to go to a National Trust property.
Oh, cool.
A place called Strawberry Hill House.
Strawberry Hill House was constructed in the mid-1700s by Horace Walpole, a writer and collector and son of Britain's first prime minister.
Okay, I gotta rewind. Bear with me. Right there.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. Look at that staircase. Look at the ornate. Oh my gosh. And then the cool, is that a dog?
I want to say it's a dog, but...
Thingy. Dog oil.
Dog oil.
It's a dog oil. What would you call that? Look at its face. It's like...
I'm sure you will let us know in the comments.
It's like a dog dragon. Dragon dog?
It is kind of.
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
This place is stunning. I had no idea. Wow.
House was constructed in the mid-1700s by Horace Walpole, a writer and collector and son
Beautiful.
of Britain's first prime minister.
Big deal.
Who served during the reign of King George I. Walpole created Strawberry Hill as his summer villa and intended it to be a whimsical place of mystery and romanticism.
Oh, wow.
It stands today
so
as one
far.
of the earliest and most influential examples of Gothic revival architecture.
Really?
On the exterior, it is adorned with pointed arches, battlements, and towers.
Turret.
Inside, it is a quirky
uppy
and
downy
eccentric home that is quite fascinating to explore.
Horace Walpole never married nor had children, but he did open up his home for visitors. And even whilst he lived here, he would have tours once a week to show off.
Oh, just
What are
look
you
at that
trying to-
fireplace. The fireplace. Look at that.
Yeah, everything.
It looks like the outside of the house. And
It
that's
does.
so cool.
I'm glad you pointed that out. I wouldn't have noticed it.
To show off this magnificent home he had built.
I don't blame
the
him.
first Gothic
Wow.
revival mansion of its day.
Slash capsule.
Love how you've got the fabric and then the bed posters, they've painted the wood to perfectly integrate with
Oh,
the
wow.
material. It's
That's
just
impressive.
amazing. And then this fantastic crest here in the headboard. I just love
We
it.
need a Natasha and Debbie
If
show
you've watched
crest.
any
Yeah,
of
we
our
do.
travel vlogs, you'll probably
I'm
know
going.
that Ian is a big fan of an afternoon ice cream.
Well,
and he
Ian,
is
Ian,
Let's
sorry,
go
buddy.
hang out, dude.
Debbie's going to give you a run for your money as far as...
Let's hang out, dude.
Dara, you and I will go get some fish and chips or something, and Debbie and Ian can go have
That
some ice
sounds
cream.
good. We can meet up.
Well, let's see. They have vanilla, mint chocolate chips, salted caramel, strawberries, and cream. Which one would you get, Debbie? One of each.
I would try all of them.
I
Yes,
knew she was
yes,
going to say
yes.
that. Yep, okay.
probably know that Ian is a big fan of an afternoon ice cream, and he is particularly fond of gelato. He's
Ooh.
always
Oh, yeah.
searching for the
What?
best
Look at
gelato
that.
in existence. I think the shop we visited here
Gelato
in
shake?
Richmond might be his very favorite to date. This place is
We're moving to Richmond.
Definitely going.
We're moving to Richmond, aren't we?
called Venci. It is an authentic Italian chocolate, confection, and gelato shop. Look at these chocolates and the chocolate-coated and sprinkled cones. And even the cups can come lined with chocolate and nuts or other sprinkles.
Okay, that's impressive.
Very high quality and posh. And check out these mouth-watering flavors.
Tiramisu.
Don't mind if I do.
That rhymed. Tangerine.
Which would you choose?
Tiramisu.
Tell me in the
And
comments.
cappuccino.
I decided to try the salted butter caramel flavor. And this is my beautiful cup of gelato.
Oh,
And here is Happy Ian with his 3-scoop cone of gelato deliciousness, including tangerine flavor on.
let's just admire that. That is beautiful.
It is.
Damn.
I mean, you just go like one an hour until you've tried them all.
Okay, it's fair.
On top.
So this gelato is one of the best things I have ever eaten in my life. It's that
Wow.
That's pretty.
Can't wait to
that's
go.
Pretty high praise.
While we're on the topic of places
Wow.
to eat and drink,
Look at that
let me
place.
show you around to the wide variety of options in town before I show you the famous place we chose to
Wagamama.
eat dinner. There's the ever-popular Wagamama.
Is it Wagga? I'm calling it Wagamama.
Wagga.
That sounds very American. That does not sound like something that would
No,
be
it
on
doesn't.
the outskirts of London.
No.
It's Wagamama.
Looks interesting though.
I love the name of this. But look at this for a minute. Look at the
I know.
streets of
The
this.
street is just perfect.
It is beautiful.
It's picture perfect. Yep.
Oh, I love it.
Just stroll down the street and eat my gelatos.
Gelatos.
Well, yeah. I get one to go walk it off.
Is that a Five Guys sign behind whatever it says rings? I think it is.
Maybe.
This is awesome. I love this place already. I mean, I already kind of did from what we saw in the show, but my gosh.
Let me show you around to the wide variety of options in town
Okay,
before I
please do,
show
Tara.
you the famous place we chose to eat dinner. There's the ever-popular Wagamama. Here on a main road in Richmond
Aye.
is my favorite restaurant from Cheltenham, right across the street from Ian's favorite
thought so.
burger place. And a Zizzy's, a place we enjoy eating pizza at in Cheltenham. And another pizza chain we like in Cheltenham, Franco Manca. But of course, there's also
A lot
a
of pizza
pizza.
places.
Yeah, I was just
I'm
gonna
not
say
a
In
pizza
that.
addition,
person.
there's an assortment of independent places, like this Spanish tapas bar, and an upscale Japanese restaurant, and
Sounds
even
good.
a Persian restaurant.
Okay.
Quite a diverse variety of restaurants.
Try them all.
You know Richmond is a really bougie place when they've
We shop at Whole Foods. So, okay, I could live here and feel totally at home.
Yeah.
This is where you guys tell me it's $5 million to live here. And I'm sure it probably is because it looks very, very posh.
But I'm sure one of you has a couch we could crash on for a little while.
Hi. Again, two little American girls who just want to come and stay in Richmond.
Diverse variety of restaurants.
You know Richmond is a really bougie place when they've got a Whole Foods and a
Lululemon
right across the street.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And just down the street from that, a
Waitrose,
of course. And a million coffee shops, both independents and big well-known chains. It wouldn't be an English town without a Greg.
Ooh, we could get a real sausage roll.
I'm excited to have dinner at the Ted Lasso pub, actually known as the Prince's Head.
I'm fine. I didn't just freak out like a child.
Definitely be having dinner.
OMG. I'm so excited right now. I'm so excited right now. I'm so excited right now. I didn't even know this place was real until Dara and I were talking on the phone, and she's like, we ate at the... And I'm like, it's real. And then she told me it was in the video. So I'm really excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited about seeing the pub.
Dinner at the Ted Lasso pub, actually known as the Prince's Head, because it has really good reviews. So let's go meet up our friends and check it out. The Prince's Head is located right here across from the Richmond Green.
Hey.
That's
with the phone boxes and the bench in front of it.
That's the park where they play football, and then the bench is where Ted sits with the coffees with beard.
Yep.
I'm fine.
They sit out there. Yes.
Seriously, it's one of my favorite shows. You guys, I'm nerding out. I'm fangirling out. This is awesome. It's freaking awesome. Oh, I know this view like I've been there.
Richmond Green, with the phone boxes and the bench in front of it. All of which factor into the Ted Lasso show if you've seen it. Richmond is full of these nice little pedestrian streets, and the pub and the green are in the middle of it all.
I don't know.
Honestly, the pub looks a lot like it does in the show, including the TV screen where all the Richmond fans watch their team and cheer them on.
Nice.
This is definitely a sports bar, and there are Richmond mementos throughout the pub. While it is certainly a tourist hotspot, I also feel like it's a place that locals gather to have a pint after work or come by on Sunday for a roast dinner. And it's also a pub that's proud of its ale. Our friends Ian and Sandra sampled the London Pride Ale and a tropical and very frothy IPA. Sandra tried for a Ted Lasso mustache, but it wasn't quite that big. Since I'm not a beer drinker, I went for a different frothy drink. A hot chocolate.
There you go.
What did we think about dinner at the Prince's Head, the Ted Lasso pub?
It was good, but I thought the portions that we had of our food were pretty small, but I had the lamb, kind of a fancy lamb dish.
You're at a pub, so you're expecting kind of hearty pub grub.
Yeah.
So you would have like lamb and mashed potatoes and vegetables on the side and things like that, and instead it was fancy cut French looking lamb.
Well, to be honest with you, it was a little tough. I really like my lamb slow cooked and just melt off the bones.
Right,
sort
right,
of thing.
super tender.
Yeah, and like we've had at, what's that pub in Gloucester?
The Queen's Head.
The Queen's Head.
And we ate at the Prince's Head tonight.
Yeah, and this one was similar in price
to
the Queen's Head, but
it's a massive portion. I'll put a photo of what it's like at the Queen's Head. Super big. 2 people are stuffed eating it. But that Scotch egg covered in the ham hock was delicious. So that was so good. Yeah. They were out of the cauliflower bites, which is another starter. That's what I was planning to have for my meal, was the cauliflower bites and the Scotch egg. Yeah. So I bet the cauliflower bites are amazing if you go there.
The other Ian's hamburger looked really good. And
yes.
He said it was
nice thick chips.
And the chips. They were triple cooked chips, and you know how when you get those properly double or triple cooked chips, they're really crispy on the outside, but then still
now I'm hungry
on the inside. Yeah. That's how the chips were. So the chips were excellent. I'm sure the fish and chips would be good if you wanted to get that. The pie of the day. So today it was chicken, ham, and leek pie.
I would eat that.
I bet on a day that they had like a steak and ale pie or something, that would probably be really good. And then I thought it was so interesting that for their dessert they did a mini sticky toffee pudding.
Oh, nice.
So it was not your usual, I'll put a picture here.
I like that idea.
Sticky toffee puddings that we get. A usual sticky toffee pudding is like
fantastic.
a big massive hunk of pudding with a moat of sticky toffee sauce or ice cream, custard, all this stuff. This was just this dainty little thin slice. You know, the calorie count was just like 145 calories for sticky toffee.
That's a bite for me, for my mouth.
You know, a microscopic portion. But it came with a hot drink. And I don't drink coffee or tea, so I got hot chocolate, which was beautiful, had a heart-shaped cocoa design on the top.
That's a nice touch.
Big hot chocolate,
and the price
was really good. So.
Sorry, talking over Dara. Sorry about that. The price is really, really good on that. Like, that's amazing. Mini dessert idea is genius because we never get dessert because we're always stuffed by the food we eat. So it's always like, oh, we're going to get dessert afterwards. This looks good. Yeah. That's rare that we even do that anymore, though.
I know. We're just too full.
Yeah, it's like, no, good. But a mini dessert? Genius. We could share a mini dessert.
Exactly. One bite each. But that's all you need.
That's true.
I thought it was perfect when you have a big meal to be able to just have a little bit of a sweet dessert afterwards that's not overwhelming. I would recommend the place. I thought that it was a fun place to go to. You definitely,
let us know if you've been.
If you're a Ted Lasso fan, you feel like you're walking a little bit into
I love that.
The Ted Lasso experience. If you go there or if you've been there, please leave a comment and let me know.
Let us know too.
And if you're a fan of Ted Lasso, leave a comment and let me know.
If you are a fan of Ted Lasso, there are lots of little reminders of the show sprinkled throughout Richmond.
Cool.
For example, down this little lane is Ted's Flat, which in real life is number 11. We, of course, had to be annoying tourists and take our photos
the
there.
Same thing.
But if you haven't ever watched the show or aren't a fan, there are still plenty of reasons to visit this delightful part of London. Of course, this business with the hedgehog logo caught my eye as I wandered the streets of Richmond.
Richmond is very walkable, and there's all kinds of little alleys and passages and walkways and small streets that can help you get all over the town.
Now let's walk a few steps away from the bustling shopping area to the most beautiful part of Richmond. As we follow this arrow and head to the Thames, we spent a very enjoyable few hours wandering along the river and up to Richmond Hill. The riverside is a delightful place.
Look at that. That would just be so amazing to actually be there.
That looks like rich people land, Debbie.
It does look like rich people land.
I don't think we're able to afford our home there.
Well, we're just going to visit.
Also, question if anyone knows the Ted Lasso building, like the little door, is that actually a flat or is that a business? Because I mean, it looked so out of place when in the show that he lived there because it was all shops and stuff.
That's probably like upstairs. I would think they.
Well, it was upstairs in the series, but I don't know if that's really up there, if that's really flats or not.
It'd be cool if it was. It'd be cool if it was like an Airbnb and you could rent it.
Let us know if you know.
Place to stroll along, enjoying the water,
back there.
Watching the waterfowl, watching the boats and the paddlers, or you can be more adventurous and rent your own canoe, rowboat, kayak, or paddleboard, and get out on the water yourself. Or you can cruise around on a rented bicycle if you don't fancy an aquatic journey. The Richmond Riverside boasts a picturesque row of Neo-Georgian-style buildings, thanks to architect Quinlan Terry, who was tasked with restoring this area alongside the river near the bridge in the mid-1980s.
Oh, wow.
Richmond Hill has stunning and expansive views. In fact, apparently this hill offers the only view in England to be protected by an Act of Parliament. In 1902, it was decreed that this land was protected and no development could occur to spoil the views to the west and south. Allegedly, this view is what inspired the founder of Richmond, Virginia, to name that city after this area of London.
Shut up!
That is so cool. I love the connection there.
That makes me happy, and I'm proud of that.
It should.
Good job, America.
I know, and I like that they did protect that view. I mean, you don't need to have buildings everywhere. You got to have some green space.
If you know me,
left in the world.
I'm going to say it. It's not just pretty, guys. What is it? What is it? It's stupid pretty. It's beautiful.
That is. That's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. I could totally live here. This in Bristol.
Yep.
Those are my two places I could consider, feel like it'd be home. Although I would feel very poor.
Founder of Richmond, Virginia, to name that city after this area of London. We also explored the beautiful terrace gardens, which were full of nice benches from which you could gaze across more splendid views, or green spaces to lounge on, and lots and lots of beautiful flowers to enjoy, including some magenta ones, of course. And also amidst the beds of colorful blooms was this lovely wee lavender patch, which made me feel like I was back in the Cotswold lavender fields. Check out the description to see a link to my video of those amazing fields.
I haven't seen that.
For my last meal in Richmond, I went looking for a full English at a local diner and found this little place called Mooka Cafe, which served all-day breakfast.
Nice.
This cafe has a distinctly Ted Lasso flair to appeal to all the tourists who come to Richmond for that reason. But I was here for brekkie. So let's tuck in. I asked for some brown sauce, and then they didn't ask what kind of toast I got, but look, they brought me both white and brown or wheat toast.
That's
and then here's my vegetarian full English. We've got lots of properly caramelized tomatoes, some fried eggs under there, and the mushrooms look lovely.
They do look good.
Hey, Dara, question if you're watching this. You probably are. Are you saying tomatoes because you're in England at the moment? I'm just wondering, do you say that when you're in America? Let me know. I have a feeling, no. That does look good. The beans, we tried them. I need to try them again, maybe. I think I need to try them again. It's been almost 3 years.
I liked them on the toast. I don't know how it would go with breakfast, but I'm sure.
I don't know, but I love mushrooms.
We'll have to try sometime.
And we're going to have to do a full English. I think we're going to have to make it happen.
And of course, a bunch of beans. And then
That's a lot of beans.
Here's the thing that I know some purists are not going to agree with, but I got me some hash browns. And those are going to be great with brown sauce on them. Ooh, While really? Richmond has much to offer if you stay here, it is also a great place to stay as a base for venturing further afield to other parts of London and the surrounding areas. It's easy to get around on the train, the underground or overground, as well as by the many buses that travel to and from Richmond, including easy access to Heathrow.
I hope you enjoyed this little vlog of Richmond. If you come here or if you've been here, let me know. I'm anxious to hear what you think of it.
Richmond seems amazing.
I don't have any cash, but I was going to say, here, just take my money. Take my money. I want to come over there and visit this. I want to check it out and then probably move there.
You probably won't get me away from the gelato, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be at that one place for
I want to be in the
couple
park.
days, I think.
You would be. I want to be on that hill where that view is.
Eating gelato?
Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
exactly.
I don't need the gelato. I'll buy it all for you. Yeah. And we're going to change our buy me a coffee that's in our description
to buy me a gelato?
To buy Debbie gelato or Debbie and ice cream. And I'm going to put mine as buy Natasha house in Richmond. What?
She's not kidding.
I'm really not. I'm dead serious.
Really.
If you guys like this episode, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. It's free to subscribe. And again, please visit Dara's channel, Magenta Otter Travels. The link is in the description of our video. You've got to subscribe to Dara. She's awesome. And she's a good person. We've talked on the phone numerous times.
She's very nice.
She's become a good friend. We really love talking with her. I just absolutely love Ted Lasso. That place was awesome. If you've been, like she said too, please let us know if you live near there, if we can stay on your couch.
Or if you actually live there, that'd be great too.
Yeah,
I mean, not a far walk from the gelatos. Perfect.
Is that the only place you'd really want to see? Because there's so much there I want to check out.
I'm going to see everything else while I'm eating my gelato because I have to work it off as I'm eating it.
I need to go into the pub and try the food and check it out. There's just so many like shops and things that I would love to see. And then you got the best of both worlds there. You got all the shops and like the city kind of thing.
The green space.
Exactly.
The waterway.
And what else do you need?
Gelato.
You need us. So help us out today. Get us there and buy us a house. I'm not kidding. I'm totally kidding, right? That I'm not taking the piss at all. I'm being totally serious. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope that you enjoyed this episode. I know I did, and I can't wait to go make myself sad and look at how much the homes cost there. But we'll see you on the next episode of the Natasha and Debbie Show. Until then, please, guys, love, like, jazz.
And be as strong as Tyson.
Bye-bye.
Bye.